Let's eliminate the time suck and financial sinkhole of traditional cliche marketing. Here's how. Listen, learn, and execute, then repeat it. Hi, I'm Thomas Helfrich, founder of Instantly Relevant, and we help customers all over the globe eliminate that time suck and financial sinkhole of traditional cliche marketing. Afford me a few moments of your time to walk you through how we approach solving this problem. And if you make it to the end, I'll even have a special gift to give you. So here it is again. Listen, learn, execute, then repeat it. First, listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Let's use our ears twice as much as our mouth. Listen. And we're going to have 3 things you really need to listen for. But understand, listening will build trust with your customers. And this is how you'll do that. First, listen to yourself. I want you to get a radar up and listen how you are communicating in social media, how you're interacting with your customers in messages or in emails, or how you're even meeting with customers and what you're saying. I want you to identify where you're being generic, non-specific, or you're sounding like everyone else. This is cliche. Quit doing that right now. Always be actively listening for this. Get your radar up, your cliche radar. Get it up. Never let it come down. Listen to yourself. You see, the reason why that's important is that you're not being different. And when you're not different, you're not better. You have to be different if you want your customers or prospects to remember you. Second, listen to the vision of what your customer will be. What are they going to sound like? What are they going to look like? How are they going to feel? To do this, you need to set a goal, a very specific, clear, articulated goal. So let's look at an example. I'm going to meet 15 to 25 potential customers that live in the United States that are the leaders of companies that have $1 to $5 million annual revenue, and they're ready to buy. If you think that goal seemed good, then your radar's not up. If you didn't think it was good, then your radar's up. That's very non-specific. It's very cliche. There's nothing there that makes me think about who that customer actually is. And I hear goals like this all the time. I hear people say, here's the customer that we're going after. Well, you can't listen to your customers if you don't know who they are. So let's go through a better goal. Let's try this. I want to meet over the next 21 days, 1 prospect per day that is the founder of a startup that does $1 to $5 million annual revenue. They live in the southeast part of the United States. They live on the south side of the street. They love mustaches, tattoos, cats, and dogs, and they enjoy a nice taco on the weekends. Hey, by the way, they're also ready to buy in the next 13 days. Now, that goal is very specific. You can imagine, as I said that, what that customer might look like, what they might feel like, what they might smell like, what they're going to say to you when you interact. Once you can listen and see and feel that vision of the future, how people are going to sound when you interact with them, how they're going to look, how they're going to react, you've already been there. Now it's a lot more attainable. It's a lot easier to achieve because now you're just going to go where you've already been. Listen to this vision, create this vision, and be incredibly specific about it. Final step of listen is really listen to your customer's voice. Listen to their problems. Listen to how they react, their emotions, their fears, their likes, what gets them excited, what's going to get them indifferent. Really listen to your customer's voice. You need to understand what keeps them up at night, what inspires your customer. Now, you may be wondering, how do I do that? It's quite simple, actually. Ask your customers. Start by asking your current customers. Now, if you don't have any customers, ask your prospects. Kind of a crazy idea, right? Ask your prospects or your customers how they feel, what keeps them up at night. All these things. Get to know and listen to really what they're saying. Immerse yourself in your customer's perspective. By listening to yourself, by envisioning that customer of the future, and understanding your customer's voice, you're gaining a perspective that very few will ever achieve. So you've upgraded your listening skills. Don't ever stop listening. Keep doing those 3 things. Now, we're going to move to the next step. Learn. Now, before we begin, learn. I want you to learn. So go slow to go fast. And here's how. First, be authentic. Be authentic in everything you're going to do in the next step. I want you to create a handful of just a few pieces of content, interactions, or meetings with your customers. Now, this could be a blog, a post, a video. It could be anything really that you're comfortable making in your comfort zone. And I want you to go test out what you've listened to in the first step, a better voice for your inner self, a better vision of that customer, and what you think the customer's voice is. Go create some content understanding those 3 components. I bet it's going to be a bit different from what you used to do. Go test it out with your current customers. Now, if you don't have customers or you want to maybe broaden it just a little bit, go put it in front of some of your peers, your industry leaders, your influencers, or even a few of your prospects. That's the first step. Second, I want you to come out of your comfort zone. I want you to create one piece of content that you would never think of creating, something outside of your comfort zone. So if you hate going on video, go do a video. If you hate writing a blog or you just don't feel comfortable, do a blog. If you really don't like in-person interactions, go do an in-person interaction. One piece to get you out of your comfort zone and apply what you learned in the first step of listening. The third piece is collect data. I want you to analyze and collect data on these interactions, from the things you're comfortable with and the thing that you did that was uncomfortable. There are two components to that. There's quantitative and there's qualitative. And in the quantitative piece, it's the data. It is the likes, the follows, the views. It is the numbers, how many reshares. It's all the vanity metrics you may want to look at. What happened to the content you put out there? How many meetings did you set? What was the outcome of some of those meetings when it happened from a data number standpoint? Collect that, look at it, learn from it. The other component, qualitative. What did your customers and prospects and people you shared this with say? How did they interact? What was their tone, emotion? In person, what did they do? What was their eye contact? Do you think they were honest? Take the quantitative pieces that you learned, combine it with the qualitative, and learn from those interactions. All right, the last step, execute. It's actually the easiest step. You've done all the work already. Based on what you learned and what you listened to, go create content, interactions, meetings that will be in the customer's voice, that will not be cliche, and it will continually match the vision of what you think this customer will become for you. It's that simple. You just repeat it, and you listen, and you learn, and then you execute. Along the way, you're going to find some things that don't work. Get rid of them. Eliminate it. Even if you love doing it. You may find things along the way that worked really well, but it's outside your comfort zone. Too bad. You have to repeat it. It's working. Things, by the way, that are out of your comfort zone quickly become part of your comfort zone when they work. This whole process can be done as little as a day, a week, a month. But my advice to you is don't overthink it. Just go do it. Listen, learn, execute, repeat. We do this every day for customers with effect. We dump the stuff that doesn't work, we go full on with the stuff that is working, and we continually improve by doing this. The listen, learn, execute approach is incredibly simple, but it does remove that time sunk and financial sinkhole of that traditional cliche marketing cycle. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and here's my special personalized gift. Just meet with me one-on-one and I will give you the strategy over that meeting of what you can go do yourself. Calendly.com/instantly-relevant. Tell me you saw the video and I will give you a strategy you can go implement yourself, or talk about the details of what you're working on to help you go execute more effectively. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to meeting you one-on-one.